Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What is going on? Welcome to Mets Talk Unfiltered on a Sunday night on your Mets home opening weekend. A very successful opening weekend. It started out kind of dreary, kind of cold, nasty, but we got the win and it continued. Well, actually, you know what? No, what am I talking about? The morning of opening day started like that, but then it got pretty nice and we had a good day. Saturday night was the dreary, cold night.
Yeah,
Today, a little bit of the same, but it got better as the day went along. We didn't get any rain, and it was a good day as we completed the sweep. But we're gonna get into all of that. I can't go on too much without saying hello to my host of Mess Talk Unfiltered, my guy Eddie. How you doing, brother?
man, Hector, I'm feeling really good, brother. 3 wins, home opener. We're back in town. Baseball's back in Queens, back in New York, and we're winning. So right now, brother, I am feeling good. I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling great. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the audience. Yo, get in here. Get your fucking takes off. Let's fucking go Mets. Let's do this, baby.
Absolutely. And I'm going to highlight Patty's take right away because she's absolutely right. It was an amazing opening weekend, an amazing opening weekend. And like you said, winning. And listen, it wasn't pretty for a lot of it. It was nail biting, you could say, a lot of anxiousness or whatever the case may be. But it doesn't matter because all you want to do is win. You know what I'm saying? And we did that. And continuing to be led by the pitching, continuing to be led by the pitching, mainly the bullpen. But we're gonna get into all of that. But today we're gonna do a little different. We usually open with the highlights and all of that stuff. But since we're gonna recap all three games, I wanted to go through them game by game. So we'll
Yes.
start with game one on Friday. Let's check it out.
This crowd is amped and ready for the start of the 2025 home season after the Mets spent the first week of the season on the road.
They can't get enough of this whole thing right here. Juan Soto and his first home game as a member of the Mets. He is in right field this afternoon.
Francisco Lindor gets set to lead off the bottom of the first.
And he lines the first pitch in the left center for a base hit. Lindor is going to try for two. The throw to second base, and he is out. And they're going to challenge him.
I thought he got his left hand in before the tag.
After review, the call is overturned. The runner's safe.
And Lindor, with that, has his first extra base hit of the season.
And for the first time as a Met at Citi Field, here is Juan Soto. Popped up. Jimenez, the second baseman, under it, and right in the edge of the infield grass, makes the catch for the first out.
Everybody in orange and blue so happy in the offseason once Pete came back. Homegrown Met. It's one thing to go out and get Soto and win that battle, but to bring a guy back, it was so big for these fans.
Looking forward to Friday.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'll see you guys at home.
All right.
Be there, be square.
He just swinging the bat better than any other.
I was
bat
there,
right
Pete.
now. And he lifts it out to right field, chasing Rodin back
Set the
to
tone right there.
track, and it's out of here.
Dude, and you see where that pitch is? Look at that pitch, Eddie. Incredible.
Good swing,
In
man.
his
Swing
first
with it
plate
the whole way.
appearance back at Citi Field since re-signing with the Mets. The Mets are leading by a score of 2-0.
Wasted no
Two
time,
down
too.
for Luis Angel Acuna.
Hit in the air, right center field. George Springer makes the catch and ends the inning. Kevin Gausman has retired 13 in a row without a strikeout. Vlad's the most recent base runner for the Blue Jays. He had a 2-out single in the third.
Way outside, ball four. That one goes to the backstop.
3-1 coming. And Santander takes it high, ball four. Tommy McGill is done for the day after issuing back-to-back walks with one out of the sixth. And Reed Garrett will come out of the bullpen to try to protect a 2-0 lead.
1-2 to Jimenez. Runners lead second and first. Swing and a strike three. Got him with that split. So now 2 men away.
Struck him out. Got him with a splitter. Back-to-back strikeouts for Reed Garrett to strand a couple in the sixth.
A 4-pitch walk now to Lindor. That's the first base runner for the Mets since the first inning. That is going to be it for Kevin Gausman. And Mason Fluharty is going to make his second major league appearance here today and face
Big
Juan
mistake.
Soto.
One out on the sixth. And he lines one down the right field line. That's an extra base hit for Soto. Lindor to third. It's kicked around out there by Rodin, so Lindor's going to be waved home. Jimenez makes the toss to the plate, not in time. Juan Soto with his first Citi Field hit as a Met drives in a run with a double, and it's 3-0 New York.
The Blue Jays are going to intentionally walk Alonso for another left-on-left
Big
matchup.
mistake.
With Brandon Nimmo.
He drives one down the right field line. That's going to go to the wall.
Another double.
Soto around third. He will score. Alonso will be held at third. Brandon Nimmo with an RBI double to make it 4-0 New York. So Fluharty has faced 3 batters. They've all reached base, and now he'll come out of the game. Jacob Barnes in to face Starling Marte, and that's driven to center field. That'll get a run-in. Sacrifice fly for Starling Marte, and it's 5-0 New York. Max Kranick trying to close things out in the home opener. The Jays are down to their final out of the day. Now Will Wagner. Wagner pops one up. The ball game is open. The Mets get a shutout in the home opener. Like the Blue Jays, 5-0.
Sorry, I meant to pause that real quick. But there was your game one, Eddie, as everybody got involved. Like pretty much all the big guys got involved. Pete got it started as we saw there with Homer. Soto gets his first City Field hit in RBI. Nimmo with the double. And the same inning there to drive in a run. Like you were saying, big mistake against the lefty. And that's what you want, right? You're gonna bring in the lefties. We just
they were lefties. Yeah, it was lefty. It was
they walked up Pete intentionally too, wasn't it?
Yep.
They walked Pete intentionally to face Nimmo, and Nimmo made him pay.
It was Soto first, and then it was Nimmo made him pay.
And then Marte with the sacrifice fly. And a nice, easy 5-0 victory. We saw Max Kranick there, who the player of the weekend, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you think, but Max Kranick there to come in there at the end and he got it. What was it? An inning plus? Let's put up.
It was more than an inning because they didn't get an out in the 6th inning, so I believe it was him. Right? Was he the first guy out of the pen? Was it Kranick or was it? No, I'm getting confused. Let's just stick to this.
Yeah, it's just no. But what were your thoughts of game one?
Listen, man, it's always nice to come home after that Marlins series, after that Houston series, it was nice to just see how we kept it going, right? Pete Alonso, first thing he does, hits a home run to right field. Perfect swing, tough pitch to hit, stayed with it, put us on the board, and I believe that momentum carried us. It carried us, and then they made mistakes. Manager goes up, he's looking lefty on lefty. Oh, okay. Soto, bang, double. Or intentionally walk Alonso, Nimmo, bang, double. Make them pay. That's what we're doing. We're making them pay. You think you could beat us with your best? Well, here it goes. They gave it to us, but we gave it right back to them. We punched them in the mouth. And after that Nimmo double, we didn't look back. We didn't look back for a second. So that's what we are right now. And again, home opener, big time win. And nice pitching by McGill. Nice pitching.
Absolutely, yeah, and just to go through the numbers real quick, you know what? We could bring those up. Why not? Let me see. Oh, I don't know if people could see that, but as you can see, you had Lindor 1 for 2 with 2 runs, with 2 base on balls. Soto obviously with the 1 for 4 with a run and the RBI. Pete, who asked everybody to come out, what do you say? Be there or be squared.
Yeah.
Immediately paid it off for everybody that came out with the 2-run homer to give us the lead. That was really the margin. That was the game-winning hit right there because it was 5-0. You know what I'm saying? And again, Nimmo. And that was the game where it was your top 5, your main guys, with the inclusion of Marte, right? With the inclusion of Marte, who had the sacrifice fly, but only had 4 hits.
What we needed, Hector.
Right, and it came from your main guys. And you're not going to always win like that, but it's good to be able to do that. And then the pitching, like we were saying, McGill with the 5 1/3, 2 hits, the 3 walks, which is something that all the starters need to work on. And we saw it last year, too, for whatever reason. These guys come out in the beginning of the season and just like to walk the ballpark. But McGill with the 5 1/3, 2 hits, 3 walks with the 4 Ks. Garrett was actually the first one in.
Okay.
Gave us a 2/3 inning, finished that 6th inning there with the 2 strikeouts. Then Minter with the 3 Ks, 1 inning, 1 hit. And
what did Minter go? Did he go more than an inning or he just went to 1?
No,
right?
Minter went 1 inning, and Kranick went 2 innings.
Kranick. So it was Garrett, Minter, Kranick.
Yeah, Kranick went 2 innings with a K and 1 hit.
And Wade did not use the closer in the game opener. Wade not, that was good because we had Diaz for, I believe we had him last night and again today. So
he pitched back-to-back Saturday. So I mean, there's no need to use a closer there. 5-0. But no credit to those guys who didn't make it, because sometimes you bring the bullpen in and these guys start giving up runs, and that's when you need to bring in the closer. When you're like, oh my goodness, we're up 5-0. how the heck we're using Edwin Diaz now. There's no reason why he should have came into this game. But yeah, just a good game, a good start again to what was a very successful opening series so far. And now we're gonna go see the Marlins and hopefully continue it. But for the Blue
we set
Jays,
the tone with that first game, heck. We set the tone. Just the fact that Alonso coming off that big series in Miami, for him to keep it going, hit another big home run. Man, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. This lineup's going to be dangerous. Once they start, they're going to be dangerous. And I know we haven't broken out per se, but I'm telling you, Hector, we got the. It looks like right now we got the horses.
No, and that's a good thing though. We're winning games, like you said, and the lineup still hasn't taken off. The pitching is doing well, but this is what good teams do. I don't care how you get them, just get them. Just get them W's. Those games that are gonna come where we're winning laughers, 7-8-1, 8-2, whatever the hell it is. But right now, it would be worse if we were finding ways to lose these games. And instead, they found a way to win a couple of games, like they did out there in Miami, and they now just played good, clean baseball. You know what I'm saying? This series here to win 3 games. You got anything else in game 1 before we move to game 2?
No, that's good enough, man. Again, we just set the tone game 1, and here we go. Shout out to you, Patty.
Yes.
We're going now to game 2. See, this to me, game 2 was the one I was like, I didn't know if we were gonna get it. I didn't know, but let's get into it. I know you got your highlights and whatnot.
Why did you feel that way though?
I felt like with the matchup we had, with the pitching matchup, and at some points I just felt like that was going to be the toughest out of the 3 games. I thought
the pitching matchup, which was Griffin Canning
versus
Bassett, who was pretty damn good.
He was great.
We might have lucked out, but before that, let's see how it all broke down. Let me bring it up here. Give me a second. Let's get that ready. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it.
No score, bottom 4. Bases are clear, 2 outs. Here's Winker, who doubled his last time.
As Winker lines one to right, and that's in front of Springer, and it gets on by him, and Winker's off to the races. He's going to round second and go to third. And Winker arrives safely with a 2-out triple. A sinking line drive that Springer got too close to, and it bounces by him, and Winker's got himself a 3-base hit. Second extra base hit of the night for Winker.
Line drive on a heavy air night with some water is going to dive quicker, and that's what happens to this one on Springer. Could not get his whole body in front of it to block it, so once it got through, Winker with the triple.
Vientos will try and get him in. Hart struck out his first time up, now 0 for his last 16.
Swing and a miss. Got him to chase a cutter away, and another big strikeout for Bassett.
K of the day.
Rodden's been on base twice at the bottom of the order with a walk and a single.
He hits this one well, right center field, off the base of the wall. And Rodden is into second base with a stand-up double. He's been on base all 3 times tonight.
2 outs, runner on second. Bo Bichette up 1-0 Blue Jays.
Fair ball down the left field line. Rodden in to score, and Bichette on his way into second with an RBI double. It is 2-0.
Wasn't looking good right here. Wasn't looking good.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I almost forgot that this game was not looking good at all. Again, this was a cold, dreary night. Shout out to Patty. I was at the game with Patty in some phenomenal seats, man. Some phenomenal seats, man.
Soto didn't get much of it, but he was able to.
But yeah, this was not looking good. Patty was frustrated. I was frustrated. The fans around us was frustrated. We were still there rocking.
Jesse Winker is due up, and he's going to bat for himself against the lefty. And Winker drives one out to right field.
I thought that was gone, by the way.
Warning track, and he can't get it. It bounces away.
Springer had a tough weekend. First with the Soto double on Friday.
The game. Winker hits for third. He'll have his second triple of the night. Jesse Winker.
I'll be honest, Winker might have had it inside the pocket if he would have ran out the box.
He might have.
He was
I think he thought it was gone.
Watch, I think they'll show it again. He was sidestepping out the box. Watch this.
Yeah, he thought he had it.
Yeah. I wish they would have showed him. He was sidestepping like halfway down the line.
The field after running into the fence, trying to chase down Jesse Winker's game-tying triple. Tie game, 9th inning. Edwin Diaz came into a tie game on Wednesday against the Marlins and threw a scoreless inning with some help from Luis Torres. And Rook takes a fastball on the inside corner, strike 3 call.
Shot back to the mound,
Diaz
off
has to make
the
it
glove of
interesting,
Diaz, and everybody
Yeah,
is
this
safe.
is a little shaky.
Sun's up there, down on
He
strikes.
has to make it interesting.
Struck him out.
But
Got him
he
with a
came through
slider.
there, boom, boom.
Diaz bends, but
Let's
does
go.
not break. Lindor with a double and a walk tonight. Siri the winning run at third. Terens at first, 1 out. And Lindor gets a breaking ball and drills it to right center. Over comes the center fielder Straw. Tagging is Siri. He comes in to score. And the Mets have a walk-off win at Citi Field. Lindor wastes no time, jumps on a first pitch breaking ball and lines a sacrifice fly. And the Mets win it 3-2.
I thought they damn it, I did it again.
What do you got there, Larry? Time machine.
thought they
Ellen and I want to go on vacation.
kind of cheated.
Now I got some commercials.
I thought they cheated Siri there a little bit.
What do you mean?
They should have showed his highlight. I thought he had a big walk there in the ninth inning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then I guess after that, it was a wild pitch. He got to second base, and then Terens got the hit to get him to third. Shout out to Terens too, man, who didn't start the game because forearm contusion, and comes in and gets the hit, moves him over to third, and we go on. We saw what Lindor did. But your thoughts on game 2, Eddie?
Man,
After you came in with
like I said before, that this was the game I was most worried about. Bassett, he's always been comfortable pitching in Citi Field. He came here and he was dealing. There was a point where I'm like, if we got to get to the bullpen. We got to get this guy out of the game. I mean, I don't know how many it was in a row. I want to say it was 12 or 13 in a row he sent down.
I think it was 13 or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it was up there. And so I'm looking at that. You look at the lead that Toronto took early on, and I didn't think it looked good for us. But the fact we kept battling, we kept on battling and battling. And Winker, again, big hits. He's getting triples, man. He's getting triples. And
yeah, 2 that day.
Yeah, he's the NL leader in triples, if you guys don't know. But look, again, execution. Come down to execution. We didn't get our best on Bassett. He was dealing. We couldn't get to him. But once we got to that bullpen, we made them pay. So this is what we got to do. This is the type of team we're going to go against. Again, Bassett's not some scrub. He's a great pitcher. He's had a great record at Citi Field, and he kept us in check. So for us to just keep it up and keep battling and to get that walk-off win, especially by Lindor, a guy that's been starting out slow, but he seems like he's picking it up a little bit. It was a big win. And once I said we got that, I'm like, now we're just, now we're playing with house money. Because for Hector, for me, I just want to win series. That's it. Of course I want to sweep. But the bottom line is get those series win, and we got it early. So shout out to the Mets. Diaz, I'll be honest, he wasn't looking too good. He hasn't looked that great. But
he's just getting the job done.
He's getting the job done. But I do have my concerns with Diaz with the velocity. I feel like sometimes he holds on to that slider a little much. But again, I'm just trying to take things of what I'm just trying to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he hasn't been perfect, but he executes. So that's it. I got to shut the fuck up.
No, for sure. And one thing we're seeing so far is that we saw it that day, and I think even Mendoza alluded to it. I didn't see it, but someone sent me something that alluded to it. But we're starting to see traits of, and Lindor made some comments about it. Lindor made some comments about it where he said, "Listen, anybody that comes to play for the New York Mets has to know that this is a team that's going to grind. We're going to battle. We're going to fight to the end." And this team is showing again those traits from late last season, where I kept saying it takes two, and not just me, right? But what it was obvious. It takes 27 outs to beat this team. Until you get that 27 out, do not relax, because this team is going to keep coming after you.
Did you feel that way about Bassett too? Did you feel like, we got to get this guy out of the game? Because
for sure. I kept saying it while we're at the game, like, man, we need to get this bullpen somehow.
Yeah.
He was lights out, and he was looking like he wasn't going to come out the game, and maybe he could have gone there a little bit longer, but it was good to see him come out as he ended up going, what was it? 6 2/3.
How many pitches did he throw?
He threw 92 pitches.
Oh, that's efficient, man. That's efficient.
Yeah, 63 for strikes. So a pretty good, as opposed to Cannon, who gave us 4 innings. Pretty damn good 4 innings.
Yeah.
But again, The walks came back to bite him. Getting deep into counts came back to bite him. And he threw 89 pitches in his 4 innings.
In 4 innings. And Hector, when we were in the second inning, I'm like, this guy's already at the 40 pitch mark. He ended the second inning with 45 pitches. And I tweeted out, I said, it would be a miracle. I'd be shocked if he gets 5 innings pitch. And sure enough, he couldn't get the job done. But in the innings he did pitch, he was clean. He didn't let up any runs. But, it is what it is. This is Griffin Cannon. We're not talking about an ace of the seventh. Talking about a guy we give a $4.5 million contract to. So, again, pleasant surprise. Pleasant surprise. Keeping us in the game, man. That's all I want.
Yeah, of course. But I can't remember if it was in the space or what the heck, or maybe it was the last time we were speaking or what the heck I said this. But listen, the talk has been how we have a bunch of mid to back end rotation starters, right? So what do you expect from me if they can give you 4 to 5 innings? Of course, you want 5 innings from all your pitches. But we're talking about in 2025, when your ace maybe gives you 7 and your second and third, you know what I'm saying? So if these guys are supposed to be mid to back end guys, can give you 4 or 5 innings, right? Of 3-4, high 3-4, low 4 ERAs, you'd be happy. These guys are giving you low 2, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
2 ERA, 1 ERA, 3 ERA. Yeah, only 4 innings. A couple of them getting to the 5th inning. Some have pushed the 6th. But like I heard Mendy say today, these guys are going to start going deeper in games. It's early in the season. I've been saying that myself. It's early in the season. We'll see them start going deeper in the games. They're going to start pushing them a little bit more.
Right. Stretch out that arm.
Yeah, they'll start pushing them a little bit more. Maybe not canning in a game like Saturday night because we're going to try to win this ball game. But maybe even still, you try to get him. I think he got into the 5th inning. He just didn't get an out.
No, he didn't get an out.
Yeah, he was in the 5th and didn't get an out. So
he was throwing the ball over the place at that point.
Yeah. Maybe you still try to get him through that 5th, though, later on in the season. But we'll see these guys start getting more innings. But it was a game that, like we said, they kept battling, and found a way to win. And that's what you want to do. You want to find ways to win. Shout out Jesse Winker again with the big triple there.
That was big, bringing him back. Heck, that was big. And he hasn't stopped. He's still going for what he did last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want guys like this. You want grinders. You want guys that are gritty and, that are locked in, that are intense and that have some passion to them. It's good to see because not everybody's like that, like a Jesse Winker. You know what I'm saying? So, I listen. I know it's early, but I really like this team. I really do.
No, yeah. I mean, I liked it before the season, and now, I mean, listen, there's no reason not to like it. Only if you're Joe and Clark, you don't like this team. But shout out to Rudy, who's sitting in the background here, who said in the space last night, man, listen, shout out to Jesse Winker, who wanted to come back. And I gave Rudy a little bit of a hard time. Like, yeah, he wanted to come back, but we wanted him back too. Lucky for him.
Right.
Everybody wanted to come back. But no, he really wanted to come back, and he waited and waited and waited, you know what I'm saying, until we were able to bring him back, and now has paid dividends. And we'll continue to pay dividends all year. Listen, the him and Marte tandem is going to be productive. Even Marte, who today struck out, I think I remember one other that bad there in the weekend, but we saw the sacrifice fly. We saw him on the road trip.
He has productive outs.
Yes. And he has some good numbers. He was getting hits maybe the last couple of times, not so much. But, his numbers weren't so bad. I mean, as much as you can look at numbers this early in the season.
Right.
But that's a tandem that's going to be productive for us. But shout out to Winker because that was a hell of a hit there. And I want to highlight, like I said, they didn't show it, but I thought Jose Siri, the walk.
The walk.
You understand what I'm saying? He had 2 walks that night, but that walk there in that 9th inning was huge.
Yeah.
And this is not a guy that you expect that from. You know what I mean?
And heck, he's a guy you could tell when he got in the box, you could just tell what the pitches he was taking. He was taking borderline pitches, and they just were right outside the strike zone, and he let them go. So he looked comfortable to me, and that's big, bro, because, if we really want to get going, if we really want to talk about the New York Mets and being in that upper echelon, with the Dodgers, with the Yankees, because everybody talks about us in the Yankees. So fuck it. I might as well bring it up. We want to be in that conversation. We need guys like Siri to be productive. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Joe and Clark or these other guys might say we need an Aaron Judge, but we just need production from 1 through 9. And when you're getting production out of those guys at any of the lineup, bro, that helps us so much. Shout out to Jordan, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to Jordan. I just had to bring this. I know it's from game 1,
right?
But you guys know I'm a little late on the comments. Like I'm 30 minutes late. So hopefully Jordan is still here. I'm 30 minutes late on this comment, as this comment was put up there at 8:08. But the current call was definitely a heartwarming moment. And once again, man, shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody watching, man. We appreciate you guys. And like always, man, Talk Unfiltered. We just come here to chop it up, have some fun, try to just give you guys a fan's perspective, like yourselves, of what we feel from our team. And right now, the feeling is very good. The vibes are very high, unless you're somebody that's always looking for negatives. And we all know somebody like that. Shout out to my guy Oddville, man, who I was able to meet opening day. Yo, were you there Saturday, bro? I think I saw you on Saturday too, but I wasn't sure, and I was just like, whoop. But yeah. So, oh, okay. I see you, brother. Rudy. Let's see what Lynn got to say up in here. The fact that they're still winning when the offense has been ass.
I don't think it's been ass. It just hasn't been like we haven't blown the doors off of people.
But this is what it's about.
I know the way she is.
No, but this is what it's about, Eddie. It's like I tell everybody on my show when I do Blunt Thoughts Live, right? It's the people's show, right? And it's not just my Blunt Thoughts, it's all our Blunt Thoughts. Mets Talk Unfiltered. I don't know. I'll speak for myself, but I think I can speak for both of us. This is what it's about. So this is Lynn's unfiltered thought. There's nothing wrong with it.
No.
There's nothing wrong with it. And honestly, you might not agree, but I think the offense has been a little ass. But I also believe that this offense will get better. It will get better. I have confidence in that.
Look, man, I mean, again, cold weather, you know what I'm saying? Like, we weren't playing in the best conditions in the world, but we kept ourselves in all the games, and that's all I could ask for. Do I want to get 10-run games where we score 10, 50? Of course. But you got to understand, we're going against other major league teams, and these guys were dealing. Bassett was dealing on Saturday. We need to get him out of the game, and we got him out. And then what happened? We took off. We did what we had to do. So I'm not going to say a lot of the offense is ass. If we're not even coming back and having some shitty at-bats and not being productive, then I'm going to get on here and I'm going to tell them, hey, listen, we look like dog shit. But the fact that we got Bassett out of the game and then got to that bullpen, took the lead, did what we had to do, I can't complain. So, of course, the offense is the biggest question mark of this team. I believe that. Some may say it's the bullpen. Some may say it's the starting pitching. For me, it's the offense. The offense is up there, and we're top 5. We will compete with any team in Major League Baseball, and you could write that down. That's a fact.
But you're confusing me because you just said the offense is the biggest question mark of this team.
Well, it's the biggest. I think that's been. I think a lot of people. I think the offense. They're not sold on it, right? Everybody's not sold on it. People talk about it. We talk about Lindor, talking about Soto. If the offense produces, and when I'm saying produce, I'm saying be a top 5 offense in Major League Baseball. Hector, we always get pitching. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, the New York Mets are an organization built on pitching. We're not known for our hitting. Look at our career numbers. David Wright has the most home runs. David Wright wasn't a fucking prolific power hitter. Okay, and I'm just saying the offense for me is the biggest question mark. If they come through, we are going to be one of the best teams in Major League Baseball. It's that simple. Because I believe I'm not worried about the bullpen, and I'm not worried about the starting pitching staff. Maybe you say, Eddie, you're wrong. Maybe I should be. But from what I've seen right now, I'm not worried. I'm worried about the offense. Particularly,
okay, I just think it's a little to be worried about it when you feel confident that's going to be top 5. I don't.
Wrong choice of words. The biggest, how do I say it? Biggest maybe question mark, okay, is the offense. It's just me. That's my concern. My concern is the offense. It's me. I don't speak for everybody.
I got you. As we go from game 2, obviously Jesse Winker again, the offensive highlight. I mean, he was the player of the game. And actually, I think for my blood recap, I think I might have given it to him and Brazoban. I'm not sure. But also, Brazoban has been phenomenal as he went 2 in the third that day with a K and 1 hit. He was big too. He helped to be able to keep the game where it was for us to be able to make the comeback and win the game. As we go now to game 3 and check out those highlights real quick. Give me a second here, as I should have been doing that instead of talking nonsense. But you know how it is, guys. Great. Game 3 is today. It's fresh in everybody's mind, but we got to have some fun. Here we go. A second here. Here we go. And we'll see if this time maybe I can stop it before the ads and all that nonsense comes up about a condensed game.
Couple of walks in the inning for Francis, and the Mets have 2 men on for Alonso. He hits it hard, past the diving Bichette into left center. Singer being waved around third.
There's Pete again, baby.
The first run of the game. Pete Alonso with an RBI, his 11th of the season, and the Mets jump in front 1-0. Now here's Nimmo. He socks one out to left field. Over toward the line comes Schneider, tagging third Soto. He'll trot down the line to score as the throw goes to second. Nimmo with a sacrifice fly, and it's 2-0 New York. So now 2 out and a runner at third. Here's Guerrero. Backdoor breaking ball misses for ball 4, and Guerrero's on with the walk. That's the 4th walk given up by Peterson.
And I was starting to get concerned for Peterson. I'm sorry. I don't know what you were thinking, but I think it's important to stop here. I was starting to get concerned because I'm at the concession stand and I'm watching and I see the training staff goes out there with Mendy and all of that stuff. And I saw him kind of like playing with his hands. So I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Right?
We thought an injury.
Right. They leave him in the game. He's now wide of the zone. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. He walks a guy and we keep watching.
It looks like he might be hurt. He's wandering off the back of the mound. Looks like he might have tweaked something.
Oh, goodness gracious.
No, he does not look particularly comfortable.
He wants to get one out here.
Pitcher of record.
Take it to the house.
He's got a very dangerous hitter coming up in Santander, who is due 35 at-bats into the season, looking for his first home run after hitting 44 last year. He's grounded out and walked today. That's ball 4 to Santander, and that'll load the bases, and that's going to be it, I think. Well, here comes Hefner, so maybe not. Well, he's handled Andres Jimenez pretty well the first 2 times.
This guy with the first pitch, I'm like, what the hell are we
Bases
doing?
loaded, 2 down. And he hits him with a pitch, and that's going to force it away.
Now, again, I'm at the game, but I'm at the concession stand.
Right.
So I don't know. You have to help me out here because I'm also like, why the hell didn't we take him out? Is he hurt? 2, why wasn't whoever the hell is coming in ready a lot sooner than this? Like, what the heck is going on? Did they have Kranick up? Did they wait until the second walk to Santander?
I think they thought he was going to get out of it. And I think that was Mendy's hope, get him through 5.
Right.
So, I mean, that has to be their thinking. What else would it be? I mean, now we heard after the game that he has stomach virus or whatever the case was, but he should have had somebody up there. Because
that's what I did see his comments. He said because of that, he was hoping that and thought that he could get through it. They felt like he could get through it, but obviously he wasn't able to do it.
Run. So Peterson throws a first pitch sinker that hits Jimenez.
Right here, I'm like, okay,
first Toronto run,
if we're able to get out of this with one more run by Kranick, like we can ask Kranick to be perfect again. They're not even going to show it. But Kranick comes in and gets out of it. What was it? With infield pop-up, or was it a pop-up in foul territory? I forget.
I believe so, yeah.
And I think it was like first pitch, right?
It was the first of 1 or 2. It was right there.
Right. I don't know how the hell they didn't show that.
For out number 1, final strikeout of the afternoon without Francis. John Schneider is out. He has already signaled to the bullpen. That is going to be it for Francis.
Good at bat there for Vientos. Now the Mets have loaded up for Beatty.
And he
This
gets him
This guy
was
here, who we'll talk about
Strikes
this
him
guy.
out for
This
what
guy
the
here.
fuck,
So
man?
it's left to Jose Siri with the bases loaded and 2 out. And Siri gets one in the air to center.
Right
I was
at
hoping. I'm
Right
like, come
there
on,
waiting
Siri,
for
get your
it is
first
Miles
home run of the
Straw.
season.
I
Man.
knew it was
Check
right at
Green
him.
gets out of a bases loaded.
No, yeah.
jam.
No, I'm talking about like that
Diaz
at bat.
hits a
I'm like,
second batter in the inning. That one got him right in the ribs. And it wasn't even
and again,
close.
Diaz has
And
to make
that
it
pushes the tying run
Yeah.
to second and puts the go-ahead run at first and brings up the most dangerous
But hey.
hitter in the lineup in Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And Guerrero quits a ground ball right
You
into
just have
the
to make
door,
it fun.
goes to second. First play in the ball game is over. And the Mets come.
he just had to make it fun. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want none of that nonsense to come up again. I don't want none of that nonsense to come up again. So we'll end it right there. But there you have your sweeper. As again, I was lucky enough to be in the ballpark for all 3 of these games, believe it or not. Sorry, I should have had this up there. But your thoughts on game 3, Eddie? Yes, we got into it a little bit there, but
Listen, we escaped. We escaped. All right. Listen, that Beatty at bat with 1 out, bases loaded, in a close game. You gotta do something there. I'm sorry. You gotta at least get a runner in, sacrifice fly, something. You can't just go down striking out like that. You can't do it. If we want to win, which we do, you need productive at-bats. In a close game like that, that game could have went any other way. Diaz could have gave up a run in the ninth, but one of the most important at-bats of the game was that Beatty at-bat, and he fucking failed. And to me, that was unacceptable. And now I'm at the point where I said 40 at-bats, but dude, you got to do something. You can't just strike out there. That is almost the worst thing that can happen other than a double play. I'm
right. As I have these were
Hector, unacceptable.
yeah, these were Santos, and I thought it was for the weekend, but this is him so far: 7 games, 2 for 21, 2 hits, 1 doubles, no RBI, 8K. Again, Eddie, I hope I'm not speaking out of line here, but like I say, I always tell the guys on Buntos, this is our show, right? This is not just my show. This is the people's show, and the people sometimes help. Shout out to my guy Junior, who sent me a post, tweet, whatever you call it, from X. And it was by James Shiano, brother. Check this out, Eddie. Check this the hell out. You're going to love this.
Okay.
Oh, crap. This is kind of small. Let me see if I can pull it up here myself so I can read it.
I got it. I can see it.
You can read it. Brett Beatty has taken 21 plate appearances this season, ladies and gentlemen. 21. Let me make sure the people can read it. How about that? Because I don't think the people can hear me if I'm not on the screen. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes, we screwed up. And let me add Eddie on here in case he also wants to speak. But again, we're going to keep this big. He's fallen behind. Again, Brett Beatty has taken 21 plate appearances this season. He's fallen behind 0-2 in 9 of those 21 plate appearances. 0-2 in 9 of those 21 plate appearances. He has not been ahead 2-0, 3-0, or 3-1 once. Not once has he gotten into it. And he's sweating when he hears those stats. Just a ridiculously terrible approach.
Disgusting.
Basically impossible to succeed as a hitter when you're always behind an account, which we know that, right? Then he adds to that, he's actually been behind 0-2 in 11 plate appearances, bro. Behind 0-2 in more than half of his plate appearances. So Brett Beatty has been down. I mean, he just said that.
Dude, come on.
Shockingly bad. I don't know if it's shockingly bad. And shout out to James Shiano and shout out to my guy Junior who sent me this post as I was on my way home. And I was like, holy smokes. Talk about disgusting stuff, bro. Disgusting stuff.
Fucking, it's unacceptable, man. Listen, I gave this guy, I said we'll give him 40 at bats. But if you keep doing this and you keep getting behind in the count and getting unfavorable, counts every time you're up, you ground the ball out, you're not lifting the ball, you're not doing everything you told us you were going to do, right? He said he was going to change his approach. He's going to change this, change that. Well, the results haven't changed. So, Beatty, get on board, or else your days are numbered. I'm sorry. We're a winning team. We can't have that. You can't be up with the bases loaded with 1 out and strike out. Put the ball in play. Put the ball in play. Drive the ball. Do what you told us you were going to do. Not this bullshit. Come on.
Listen, I don't even know if I can add anything to that. The only thing that's saving this guy right now is that where do we go? Unless they just hand it over to Acuna, you know what I'm saying? And does he even deserve to be on the bench? Because once you put him on the bench, he's officially done. He's not going to help you on the bench.
At this point, you got to bench him. You got to bench him.
But do you bench him and put him on the bench, or do you just like send him down?
I'd bench him just for a game, just to show him, like, dude, we can't have this.
Well, but he sat. He didn't play all 3 games this weekend.
I understand.
I understand.
But he's not doing what he's supposed to do, Heck.
No. I know. I'm that's what I'm saying. The only thing that's saving him is that there's nobody else to go to, because it's not like Acuna's killing it either. But do you say, you know what? At least Acuna has the better defense. Acuna can help with his legs. He can a slow roller and get on or anything. You know what I mean? As opposed to what the hell you're doing, which is empty at bats. I don't give a damn about 3 true outcomes, especially when the only outcome I'm getting is the freaking K. So give me a break with that. I know you talk about 40 at bats, but I done about had it. And I've been one of the biggest proponents of no, let's give him time, because we got to build up that fucking trade value. To hell with his trade value.
Trade value is done.
Now
his trade value is you're looking at getting a player to be named layer. You're looking at a salary dump. He's failed. He has fucking failed. And I was saying give him 40 at bats, give him this, but you can't have that. You cannot do this continually. Everything he told us is a lie, or not a lie, but it's just not coming true. And every time he's gotten the opportunity, he has failed. He has not lived up. He has not lived up his half of the bargain. I'm sorry. So you can keep it going, but I don't know how much longer of a leash do you give this guy?
And is it the bright lights of New York? Is it like, what is it? And for me being at the games, as I said, I've been at all 3 games. It's hard for me to see mechanics. It's hard for me to if he's just swinging at bad pitches. Some of them look like they're not good pitches to swing at. But when you're behind in the count continuously, they're obviously attacking you. And maybe there is some just bad approach altogether. I don't know, but again, listen, maybe, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know who the hell's pitching for the Marlins tomorrow.
I'm not sure.
I would think that Acuna would be in the lineup tomorrow.
He better be. I mean, Hector, when you saw him strike out in that at bat, how did you feel? Like, I was livid.
No, I was disgusted. Livid. Bro. Every single at bat, I'm there like, all right, baby, let's go, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? This is just shot. Da-da-da-da-da. And just nothing, man. Just nothing. So I was frustrated. I didn't mean to put that. I didn't even.
I was beyond frustrated. I said, as a person, okay, give him 40 at bats. I'm sorry, you're getting benched tomorrow after that performance. You're benched. You're getting at least 1 day off. I don't give a shit if it's a righty that you hit. I'm benching his ass. Beatty's getting benched, and he did this to himself. Nobody else. Himself. He did it to himself. Remember that. All this shit we told, I got a new hitting coach, this, that, and the other. Throw it out the window. We're trying to win baseball games. We're trying to win a pennant.
Yeah, and as we can see from the comments, everybody's pretty much.
Are they done? Are you guys done with Beatty? Chat, seriously, hear me out. Are you done with them? I can't even read them. It's coming into it much, but whatever.
Yeah, I know. Is it Sandy Alcantara tomorrow? I thought Sandy was. I
thought they were skipping him.
What?
I remember them saying they're going to skip him.
Yeah, well, no. He was put on paternity leave. He was put on paternity leave as Rudy in the back. Just let me know.
Okay.
Yeah, confirmed. But yeah, I heard that earlier today too, that he was put on paternity leave. Because I think he was supposed to pitch today.
Right.
But
I know, Heck, I remember the last time we faced them. watching the Marlins game, and they said something about him not seeing us the second time up in New York. I could be wrong. He's done to what he's done. I get it. I mean, again, you had a chance to break the game open or just give us a sacrifice fly, and you can't even do that? Come on, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, tomorrow it's to be decided for the Marlins, so Alcantara is not coming on. He will not be there tomorrow.
So my guy Joel Delomio, who I was chilling out there today. So you want to give Beatty through the next 3 games with Miami, whether he plays or not, and then one away series. We go away for, I believe it's 2 series before we come back. I think we're
going to Oakland after this, right?
Sacramento. I gotta keep it.
Sacramento, yeah.
Sacramento and Minnesota, and then come back home to St. Louis, I believe, which is when I've expected the whole time for McNeil to be ready. I expect McNeil to be ready when they come back home for St. Louis.
Correct.
We'll see, man. I don't know if he'll be able to survive that long, to be totally honest.
I mean, so Hector,
maybe Beatty can't play in front of crowds of more than 10,000 like AAA or spring training.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know if he can't play in New York or maybe he's just not a major league player, because right now he just looks like he's not. You know? Where are you with this, Heck? You benching his ass tomorrow?
Yeah, I think you have no choice. And it's dangerous, right? Because you don't want to completely demolish the guy, but if we're at the point like, yo, there's no more baby in you. It's not like a benching like a punishment. It's like a benching like, you're just not getting it done.
No.
You're just not getting it done. So we got to try to, we're trying to win games here.
Yeah.
You feel me? So.
And look. Diaz could have easily given up a run today. He could have easily given up a run. And then you're going back thinking to yourself, oh my God, we only scored 2 runs when we had an opportunity to break the game open. I don't know what that means, but it doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
You got to translate for me, brother.
He said, Brett Sabajo Analga, which means Brett pretty much directly translated, Brett smells like ass.
Okay, he's ass. And he is good.
Or Brett is ass. Or Brett has been ass. Because that's not nice, but that's what it's been. Listen, I don't know anybody who was a bigger supporter than this guy, than Joel. And as he said, he let him down big time today.
Yeah, man. That again. Yeah, I have a lot of positives with the Mets, but my one negative is with Beatty. And I'm all over it. And look, you're right. Acuna's hasn't been some world beater either. But at least you know you're going to get the defense with him. At least you know he's a threat to steal a base if he gets on by a walk, by a fielder's choice. He at least gives you something else. Beatty does not give you any of that. Beatty's not giving you defense. He's not giving you speed. He's giving you at-bats where he just falls behind every single at-bat. Come on. I don't want to go too long on this Beatty shit, but I'm sorry. I had to get that off. I had to get it off.
No, and this is something that I forgot, too. He did get a lot of boosts today, especially that last strikeout. Yeah.
You booed him?
He was hearing it. He was hearing it.
I'm not Mr. Boo. I don't believe in that, but listen, you got to hold players accountable. That's the bottom line.
Right. And again, Game 3 today. What do you had? You had Lindor with the 1-for-3 with the run scored and the RBI. No, sorry. Sorry. I'm looking at the wrong box score, even though I showed the highlight. What is wrong with me? We had Lindor 1-for-4. Really inconsequential. Just one hit early on. What is it? 3 games in a row where he's got 3 games in a row where he's gotten a hit this first at bat. Soto 1-for-3 with a run scored and a walk. Pete, the man, again. I think Pete is the offensive star of the weekend, if you ask me.
100%. What do you have? How many hits did he have today?
Today, he had another 2 hits.
2 hits again.
2 hits. So he had 2 on Friday. He didn't get any hits yesterday, and 2 today, but 4 hits over the weekend.
So let me ask you this.
4 hits and what was it? 3 or 4 RBIs.
So he had 2 in the first game, I believe. How many
three
today?
RBIs? I thought he had 3 RBIs.
Oh, 3 RBIs, correct. Oh, my bad. 3. And
sure?
then he had how many today?
He had 2 today.
So
No?
there you go. 5 RBIs.
One today. So 4.
I thought, yeah. You get me confused. But this is the question.
I got you right now. He had two on Friday. I'm sorry. 2 on Friday.
I was right. It was.
Yeah. He was 1 for 3 with 2 runs, 2 RBIs on Friday, and a walk. Right. That's what it was.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
And I'm going to also put it for the chat. Will this be Pete Alonso's best year as a New York Met? Yes or no? Because the way right now it's shaping up, with the way his approach has been, with the way he's been taking pitches and laying off pitches and watching pitches, fouling off pitches, getting in every at-bat, to me, this is the most locked in I've seen Pete Alonso since at least 2022, and I might even go back to say as far as 2019. Well, as far as I'm concerned, 2019 was his best year. But I'm asking you, and I'm asking the chat, will this be Alonso's best year as a New York Met? I'm going to say yes. And the reason I'm going to say yes is because his approach is totally different. He is not overswinging anymore. He's doing what he did in 2019. He's going oppo with power. Okay? He's laying off pitches that normally he swings at. Bad pitches. And again, we're not even, what are we through 10 games yet? I don't think so.
We are 9 games, 6 and 3.
9 games in. 9 games in, this is the best I've seen Alonso's approach. His best approach. Look at this. Now over 1,000 OPS. That's
in this series.
Yeah, exactly. And Hector, I'm not even talking about the home runs. I'm talking about the approach. I'm talking about the plate appearances. What Pete's doing with each and every opportunity he's given, and what he's doing is working. He's been phenomenal. He's been absolutely phenomenal. And I think he's got a chance to have his best year of his career. And with Juan Soto ahead of you, you got a pretty damn good chance of getting some pitches to hit. So Pete's been living up to everything. You know, he's looked great. I can't say enough.
No, I agree 1,000%, and I do agree with you. I think this will definitely be his year, his best year so far. I mean, the guy is locked in. And I don't see how. Listen, and obviously he's gonna go through. He's gonna have a game like he had on Saturday night. He's gonna probably go through a little bit of a slump. Everybody does, but that's the difference between and I say it all the time. The difference between the regulars, the average player, the greats, whatever, the stars, is how you limit those slumps.
Right?
Is it a 2 for 30, or is it a 1 for 11?
Jeffrey in the chats brought up his defense too. That's another thing too.
Yes,
he's taking plays, man. This might be he might get his first Silver Slugger this year. And again, I know I'm way ahead of this, 9 games in, but I've never seen him look this way. It looks like a different player, 100%. He's locked in. And this is the Juan Soto. I'm going to give Juan Soto some credit on this, man. I'm telling you, there's an effect with this guy, and it's given Pete confidence. And I'm not saying he's going to hit over 50 homers, nothing like that, but the batting, man, where he stays in and doesn't swing at bad pitches and just takes the at-bat how it comes to him. Fouling off pitches, bro. Again, best I've seen of him. 9-game stretch, I know it's a little bit, but he's got a chance to maybe have his best year of his career right now, Hector.
I agree. I agree 100%. And I talked about it. That's what I remember. I forgot that I did a show on opening day. And that's where I said some things, and I was saying, I think the work that he put in, like you said, he worked on his approach. He talked about it. He's worked on his approach the whole off season. And I think getting into spring training and having the success that he had with that ABS system gave him even more confidence that those close pitches that he was taking and would get called strikes before would be called balls. And
so bringing that in, like, what's the story? I thought that was going to be implemented.
I think it'll be in by next year.
Okay.
This spring was just to try it out.
Okay.
To see how it worked.
I like it. No way.
Yeah, to see how the teams handled it. And I think a part of it also was to see how we handled it, the fans. And I
Yeah.
think overwhelmingly the fans liked it. You know what I'm saying? But I also wonder if even the umpires, because, sometimes you have a reputation. Juan Soto has a reputation for knowing the strike zone. So he's
Yes.
going to get the benefit of the doubt for most umpires.
Well,
right?
You know who else is getting a reputation for the strike zone?
Well,
Is
that's
our
what
guy
I'm
Pete
saying.
Alonso.
That's what I'm saying. So
Right?
did the ABS system in spring training maybe have something to do with that? With the umpires are saying, you know what? This guy's challenging calls and he's getting the call.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to start giving him some credit for knowing with the strike zone and giving him those borderline calls.
And just the fact that, do you remember last year at points where he was just swinging at bad pitches? He was missing. He wasn't he just looked off. And again, early on, he has looked. And again, the defense has been there. You could see him. He had a couple of picks over the series. I don't know. I don't remember exactly which one it was, but he had a pick. I think it was a throw from Lindor that he picked out that could have been could have got away from him. So shout out to Pete, man. Thank God he's back, man. I thank God.
And I know you love those numbers, and shout out to Daniel who provided these here.
Here we go. What is it?
Runners in scoring position last year, strikeout rate of
25.1%. Yeah, cut that shit in half, baby.
Right. It's early, like Daniel said. It's early. But that's a great sign. Another great sign that we be remiss. Shout out to my guy Ortiz. See, this is the people's show, man. Because sometimes we F up. I effed up. You know what I'm saying? I effed up. Pete is now the dad. Or was going to be a dad.
Yes.
So
shout out
congratulations to Pete and his wife Haley. Shout out to you guys, man. All blessings. You already know. But we know, man, now he has that dad power coming. You know what I'm saying? That I don't know, that energy, that dad, like that inspiration, like Ortiz calls it. So maybe that has something to do with it. It's all combined. It's not one thing. It's all combined. And obviously, he's put in the work and it's paying off too. He's put in the work and it's paying off.
That's all you could ask. That's all you could ask. Is just, again, I'm all about executing over and over. You're going to hear me say execute. But when this team, once they start building their chemistry, once they start building their cohesion, all the C words that everybody likes, continuity, all this stuff, we're just starting this. This is a new team. I know a lot of guys came back, but with Soto, it's a brand new team. The pitching staff, a lot of new faces. Bullpen, new faces. Once this thing comes together, then we're going to start seeing some different things, okay? Because you're going to see other guys get, more locked in. You're going to see other guys like Nimmo. We're going to see him take off a little bit. Again, these are all professional hitters, okay? We're going to start seeing other guys.
It's funny you mentioned Nimmo because I was just thinking in my head too. Nimmo's another guy who had a pretty good homestand.
Yes.
Game one, followed up with the
double.
With a double, right?
Yeah, it was Soto then Nimmo.
Right. Today, the sacrifice fly after P drove in Senga. Then Nimmo gets the sacrifice fly for Soto to score. And Nimmo had the game-winning run, drove in the game-winning run, honestly.
Yeah, it turned out to be, right?
A 2-1 game. But Nimmo's also been solid. I don't have the Nimmo numbers here right now, but Nimmo's also been solid. He was solid this whole time. And it's really been solid pretty much all year. But for today, that was it. It was Pete Alonso, obviously, with the 2 for 3, like we said, the RBI, Nimmo with the sacrifice fly. And to me, who was my blunt of the game in my recap, and I think he probably everybody's player of the game, was Max Kranick. Who got his
How
first
many
win.
innings has he pitched? Did he pitch 4 innings this series?
4 or 3, because he pitched 2 or 3 the first game. I forget exactly how many it was.
Yeah, could if what's his name could whip that, Rudy, if you could whip that up, that would be good to know. But again, heck, just getting into it, something we mentioned, and we're going to mention it again. When you have guys out of the bullpen that could give you more than 1 inning, you have gold sitting there in the bullpen. That is absolute gold. Listen, Most bullpen guys, it's called the up down, right? After they face their 3, they sit down. Most bullpen guys can't go back up and give you another inning. It's hard for them because you have, energy, you have, all this 3 1/3 innings. Okay.
I forgot. He already had given it to me. I forgot.
Yeah. Okay. But I'm just saying it's called the up down. And when you're able to produce after sitting down in the dugout, that is, I'm telling you, Hector, it is worth its weight in gold because not too many guys can do it. Now, we might see more and more guys do it, but if they're able to keep this up, you're going to see this staff being one of the best bullpen staffs in Major League Baseball. Okay? This is what we have. And one thing we know, we could trust David Stearns with a bullpen. That's a fact, Hector. I don't know how you feel about it.
I agree 100%, brother. There is no other way to feel about it. And we're seeing it. We're watching it. We're watching it in play as we're going on so far this season.
In real time.
Yeah, in real time. Now, again, and as Mendoza said today, eventually the starters are going to give us more innings. But right now, no, we're seeing exactly that. And that was, listen, David Stearns has said multiple times when they talked to him about the rotation and top-end starters and having an ace. And what is it? Do you know what his answer is? A stock answer. There are multiple ways to build a rotation.
Yes.
There are multiple ways to build a rotation. Now, to build a pitching staff, I apologize. He said both. He has said both.
Okay, I think we get it.
Yeah, to build a rotation and to build a pitching staff, right? So you can build a rotation with the type of guys that we have that are all maybe mid-level to some maybe a little bit over that can scratch the surface for 2, and the other guys that are maybe a little bit lower than a 3, mid-level, but 4, not quite a 6, but a good 5, a solid, you know what I'm saying? And also with a bullpen that has the guys that you just talked about, the multiple inning guys that are come in and bail your
and do that. And what I was saying, heck, the guys that these elite, I consider you an elite arm if you're able to give me more than one out of the bullpen. All right, because when you sit down after getting through an inning, your adrenaline is through the fucking roof. Now, yeah, and shout out to you, Jeff. Nunez is another guy coming back. He could give us multiple innings. Again, this is worth its weight in gold. Gold. And again, this is how we compete against the Los Angeles Dodgers, Hector. This is the way we compete, by having those guys that could give you 2 innings. Because you know how important that is going to go down over 162? Remember, these starting pitchers are lucky to get 5 innings out of these guys. And if you have multiple guys that give you 2, you watch what happened over this weekend. We had a sweep, okay? And what big contribution was our bullpen. Huge contribution.
Yep. But yeah, as we wrap it up there with the 3 games, again, that was pretty much it. My guys are, and my guys for the weekend, to be honest with you, is Max Kranick,
100%.
And Pete Alonso. As Max Kranick, again, 3 1/3, 2 strikeouts. Today was huge.
Yes.
Huge coming in there with the bases loaded, having to warm up pretty quick, right? Because that happened quick. Peterson started feeling sick all of a sudden. We got to get somebody up. For him to come in there with the bases loaded and get that out was huge. And then the 2 innings that we saw on Friday. So he's really the highlight of the weekend for me as far as the pitching. And then, obviously, you got Pete Alonso, who's been the highlight of the offense pretty much.
He's been the man. Peter's been the man.
Yep. Peter's been the man all year. And it's great because, again, he's going to struggle, but at least he has this to fall back on.
Yeah.
And he's going to have the goodwill of the fans who were ready pretty much for him to collapse or ready to pounce all over him at the first sight of failure or the first time that he didn't come through because Juan Soto drew a walk or whatever the case may be. We saw this series now, him actually being intentionally walked.
Right.
Was that this
right.
series?
Which was, it was this.
Okay, yeah. Listen, all these
It was
games.
this game too. Game 2.
Especially when I'm at these games, they all blend together.
Yeah, no, of course. It was game 2.
Right.
But look, man, me personally, I've never seen Pete look this comfortable at the plate as a New York Met. Maybe I could go back to 2019, probably. That to me was his best year. I know a lot of people say 2022, but that 2019, his rookie year, when he hit those 52 home runs, and he hit with average, he hit to the opposite field, he loved the opposite field. And I'm seeing that again, Hector. You're seeing him go the other way with power, okay? And you're seeing him not getting fooled anymore.
I think all his home runs have been the other way, no?
I believe so. I don't think he's pulled one yet.
And
but that's what we want to see.
Right, and most of his hits have been all the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Devers might have been 0 for 21. I don't even know where this is coming from. Okay. Devers was 0 for 21, then 9 for 16.
Yeah.
Since, like Beatty, LOL. Exactly. The LOL is the key of that comment right there.
Exactly.
Devers at least has something to fall back on. You know what I'm saying? You knew Devers was probably struggling with adjusting to being a DH. I'm not sure if they got him on the field ever since then, but
Devers has a resume. You don't got to worry about Devers.
Right. This is a great point by Stan. I don't have Brazoban's numbers, and I don't know if Rudy can work him up real quick. But again, Brazoban also huge this series so far.
Another guy pitches more than one inning.
And yeah, and he's been great all year. I think he pitched Saturday, wasn't it? Where he threw 2 innings. I can check that real quick.
I believe it was Saturday.
Yeah, that's the only day that he pitched this series. Yeah, I talked about it before when we were breaking down game 2, how he came in and was able to hold us in the game. He went 2 in the third. 2 in the third, 1 hit, 1 strikeout.
I mean, that's more than 2 innings. That's all. I mean, God, that's all you could ask for, man.
No, he's also been great. So shout out to both Brazoban and Kranick. But shout out to the whole bullpen who's gotten the job done. I don't know the numbers cumulative. And as you can see, we got statisticians. We got people helping us all over the place.
Shout out to the chat. You guys have been
shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to Stan. Shout out to Junior, who are quick with the numbers. And shout out to Rudy, who's doing the damn thing back there, too. I would love to know if anybody could do it. Rudy, you guys, anybody. What is the bullpen's numbers overall?
Oh, forget about it.
As we see on Kranick so far this year, 4 games, 7 1/3 inning pitch of 0.000 ERA, brother, with 6 strikeouts and an 0.55 whip. This guy's an inhumane right now. He's a machine, brother. He's a machine.
And we got him ready to go tomorrow night.
Shout out Huáscar Brazoban, man, for sure. Heck yeah. And shout out Rudy, who pulled that up mad quick.
Yeah, he pulled that up real quick.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is what kind of stuff we're talking about right here. But yeah, if anybody with like I said, the bullpen numbers, I don't know if you got anything else, Eddie. I mean,
I guess we can touch on the Marlins series
before we go into the Marlins and all that good stuff.
Let me ask you, who's been your MVP out of the bullpen? Is it Kranick, Brazoban, or what's his name, Diaz? Or Garrett? You can even say Garrett. Garrett's gotten out a lot of funks too.
Yes. Jeez, man. I think, this is what I mean, man. Shout out to Jeffrey, too, who's always good with the numbers and the stats. Wow, and this is huge right here, man. Listen, shout out to him and Junior, who both came up. The Mets have an MLB best 1.29 combined ERA. But then Jeffrey added this tidbit.
Yes, I was going to say this.
Includes Danny Young. It includes Danny Young. Sometimes you see that where they exclude the bad guy. No, this includes Danny Young.
Yes.
Holy crap. No, you could definitely not do better than that. You definitely cannot do better than that. Yes, I think Kranick has been the guy for me, man. Kranick and Brazoban. Brazoban because we
didn't mention Budo.
We haven't mentioned Budo. But Brazoban has come in multiple times and has kept us in the game.
Facts.
Kranick has come in with guys on base and done the damn thing. Man, it's a tough pick between both those guys. It's a tough pick.
I'm gonna go with Brazoban for me.
You're gonna go with Brazoban.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Brazoban because he's been dominant. I mean, just the way he's looked out there, and he's gone like again. When you're going more than 2 innings, for me, I could only tip my cap. So my bullpen MVP right now is I'm going Brazoban.
Okay,
but they're all MVPs, honestly.
Yeah, that's the bottom line. That's fair. Junior says here, the New York Mets pitching stats through the first 3 series, ERA 1. Junior, you need to be a producer too.
Yeah.
ERA 191, best in MLB. K's 84, ninth in MLB. Hits allowed 58, fifth best in MLB. Home runs allowed 4, least in the MLB. Wow. Opponent batting average 201, fifth in MLB. He said it's all on Twitter. Yeah, but I'm not that smart to find all that stuff. You are.
Yeah, we can't do it that quick, brother.
And I'm not that quick. I don't have time, man. I ran here from the game to even get this stuff.
I know.
Yes. Yeah, that's why I don't want to give Buta too much credit, because he let an inherited run come in, and then he also gave up his own run last night. It was driving me crazy. But he has been good. Overall, he definitely has been good. But I think it's time to move on. Eddie, as you know, we're trying to keep it short for the fans. We're trying to keep it short
100%.
and good and delicious and sweet and all that good stuff for your people. Because we want
make it taste good, you know. We're gonna
want to retain your attention. Yeah, we want to retain your attention. We don't want you guys leaving us. You know what I'm saying? We don't want you guys leaving us.
They ain't leaving us.
So we got the Marlins coming up next.
On to the next, baby.
We got the Marlins coming up next. And I think, like the guy said, tomorrow is to be determined, right?
Yeah, it's a TBA.
It's a TBA as far as pitching. Who do we have? I should know that. We got Senga.
Yes, tomorrow, yeah.
Senga. Senga with his 3.6 ERA with 8K so far, 0-1 in one start.
He better fucking show up, Hector. He better show up.
Well, listen, Eddie, it's been a win so far. 5 days. We haven't heard anything negative, and he is on the board to pitch tomorrow. That is progress. That is good. We just need to get him to every 6th day, and as long as he gets it, then we'll see what he gives us.
Listen, you know I'm not the biggest Senga guy, okay? I never was. All the way the Mets fans talk about this, oh, he's an ace. To me, if you got to use kids' gloves with him, which you do, you can only pitch every 6 days. He's not a grinder type of guy for me. But listen, Senga, you better give me 5 innings tomorrow, all right? Give me 5 innings. Give me 1 or 2 run ball, and I'll be happy. But, it's time. If Senga wants to, if he wants to be, again, he's not the ace. He's not the ace. That's just my take on him. He's not the ace.
Yeah, but I don't listen. I'm not concerned with that right now. I'm not concerned with that right now.
We got Holmes, okay.
I'm not concerned with who's the ace or who's not the ace. They're all the ace right now. Our bullpen is the ace right now. But Monday, TBA versus Senga. Tuesday, we get Gillespie again versus Holmes. Listen, man, this is live. This is raw and uncut. Next time, for the fans, Rudy, it'd be nice to have their numbers up there, especially since we just face these guys. At least Gillespie. Well, at least we face Gillespie. But
yeah.
And then,
so we'll be all right.
And then Wednesday we get Meyer versus McGill to see if we can continue it.
No Alcantara. That's all. To me, that's the headline of this right here. No Alcantara.
Well, Jeffrey will tell you, because Jeffrey's told me the same thing at the stadium. Shout out to Jeffrey. Shout out to my guy Quasi. Shout out to my homie Patty. And we were all at the game today having a great time. Enjoying the sweep. And Jeffrey says to me throughout the game, as we're talking about Alcantara, and the fact that the paternity and all that good stuff. He's like, at least we miss Alcantara. I said, bro, I want to face Alcantara. I'm not running from nobody. But I'm a lunatic like that. I'm arrogant.
Over 162, who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. But I want to beat the best. I don't want nobody to say, you guys didn't face Alcantara. So let's go out there and beat him. And if we can't beat him, figure out a way to beat the bullpen.
Exactly.
Oh man. Cindy says, wrap it up, motherfuckers. You guys talked enough already. Everybody have a good night. No, Cindy, man.
We're getting there. Don't worry.
Cindy, appreciate you. Cindy's always one of the first ones, always shouting out, always letting the people know to smash them thumbs up buttons, to like, subscribe, and all that.
Hit that retweet, hit that follow, smash the like, smash the subscribe. Get in here. No more bullshit. All right, this is the best Mets talk you're gonna get out of anybody. So get in here. It is what it is.
Yes, so yes, sure. So what are we looking here, Eddie, as we close this out for this coming series with the Marlins?
Give me 2 or 3 versus the Marlins, Hector, and I'm happy. Give me 2 or 3. Keep
3.
winning series. I know we won sweeps. I get it. But just win right now, win series. That's it. Bullpen, keep it up. Line up. Let's get some other guys going. How about Siri gets a home run? How about, maybe Acuna puts one out? Okay, let's get some other guys going this series. All right, maybe Soto gives us his first home run at Citi Field. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see how Soto get on the board with a dinger. Sure.
And you're right. You can never expect to sweep it unless you win the first 2. That's what I tell people.
Absolutely. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
You want to win the series, but once I win the first 2, I want to sweep. Yo, shout out to the Knicks. I know we don't talk Knicks here, but shout out to the Knicks, man, who look like they're playing a hell of a game and they're beating.
They're kicking ass right now versus
104-94 with about a minute left, but that's about as much Knicks as you're gonna get. Somebody actually told me about guy crazy. Oh, you gonna talk Knicks? I said no. This is Knicks talk. Damn it.
Let's talk unfiltered.
We did Knicks at another time, but Eddie does enough Knicks for everybody.
I got tomorrow night. We're gonna go Knicks roundtable. If you guys aren't following.
Oh, there you go. There you go for all you guys. If you don't follow Eddie first of all, and then look for the next roundtable tomorrow night. What time, Eddie? 8 o'clock.
It's gonna be me, Tony, Ari, Billy. Hopefully we could get Rick on. Hopefully Sonny Carton will come on. So we should have a good roundtable tomorrow night at 8. We're gonna be talking playoffs. We're gonna be talking who's gonna be ready. We're gonna be talking how far this team could go. That's what we're gonna be talking about. Well, you could get a guarantee. You're gonna get real talk there too.
There you go. And as my guy Junior says, word on the street is that Heck will be dragged against his will tomorrow to Citi Field. As yes, I have.
Hey, you're a lucky man. You get to go to tons of games. You're a lucky man, Hector.
Listen, again, I did a video today or yesterday, or a post saying how much I appreciate the people that I've gotten to meet and some that I haven't even met, Eddie.
You haven't even met me yet.
Right. Well, yes, but at least we do this, right?
Oh, wait, don't worry. I'm coming up. I'll be up there in the summer at some point. We're going to be going to a game. That's a fact.
The people that offer me tickets because they can't go or whatever the case may be, and they DM me and they say, listen, I can't think of any better person, any better Met fan that I know will enjoy this tickets than you. And they ask for nothing in return. No, take the tickets, have fun. It's just great. And this weekend, I don't want to get into it, but this is a rough couple of days for me. On Tuesday, it'll be 18 years since my brother was murdered.
Oh, right? Shit. Sorry,
the last time I spoke to my brother was April 6th, right? In the evening, I don't even know how the hell I got into this. Let's talk unfiltered. In the evening, I speak to my brother. Here he is. This was during the pandemic. I had this made.
Okay.
They let us put these up, right? This is how I get to watch the games with my brother if I want to, by putting this up. Anyways, I speak to my brother. He had been a little sick, whatever, How you doing? Oh, I'm good. Those are the last words my brother told me. I'm good, bro. Don't worry. He went out later that night with one of my best friends. And after that, after party, they departed. Situation happened when my brother was murdered.
Shit.
Woke up later that night, spent 2 days in the hospital with him before, the decision was made. Like, hey, listen, it was a rough couple of days. So shout out to these guys who've made it easier for me to be a little bit distracted, especially today. I had a rough subway ride to the game, but the game made it, easier to deal with. But anyways,
just know your brother right now is looking down on you proudly, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's seeing what you're doing. He's seeing the work you're putting in. And damn well he's looking down. He's smiling right now. And that goes for all our loved ones, all the people we've lost, and I've lost people I love too, man.
Absolutely. And
I don't
listen, my
even
brother's
wanna
not
talk about it,
my brother's not the only person I've lost, but it's just tragic. And it's my little brother, right? My
Yeah,
little brother who was 24 years old at the time. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
of course.
I don't know if you have any younger siblings or anything like that, but you always feel like you're gonna protect them. And it's something that I felt like I wasn't there to protect them. Like obviously it was out of my hands.
Right.
But it's just like when your little brother is taken away from you like that. It's been 18 years and it still feels like
Yeah.
it just happened. But
Yeah,
we,
man.
we move on. We move on. As listen, Stan, Eddie's reasonable. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So Eddie wants 2 or 3. I want sweeps, damn it. Nah.
No. Listen,
I'm kidding. I'm
very,
just having a little fun.
I'm very practical with things. I'm very matter of fact. So for me, a win is getting a series. Getting the series, keep winning every series. That's the way I go. I don't expect a sweep because I know what baseball is, man. Baseball's this is a 162.
No,
So I
I'm just having
expect
fun.
losses. Do I want to see them lose?
No, of course not. I was just trying to
No.
transition from bringing everything down
Right.
to try to bring it back up. As my guy Quay says to you, Junior, that he will be dragging me
There you
tomorrow
go.
to the ballpark again.
There you go.
Well, great.
There you
Thanks
go.
for that. Thanks for that, Stan. Yeah, as a call that I made a couple of weeks ago has been a promo. People keep telling me about it. Like,
Actually,
yo,
let me ask you: do you got the secret WFAN number or no? Because
hell
I
no.
heard there's a secret number that the top
whatever
fans-
the hell it is, but I don't have it, dude. I don't
Okay.
have that day that they're talking about. I almost hung the hell up because
Okay.
I was on hold like an hour and change.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah, I don't, and I got excited. I got excited that day because I called first ring. Boom, Hoffman, the producer, picks up. Hey, Hector, what's up? Because they already know. They already
Yeah,
know.
of course.
If you're a regular, they know who it is. They see it.
Yeah, they got the.
And plus, I've met a lot of these people.
I almost
What's
got
up?
banned from talking on WFAN because I curse.
Yeah.
I go on my.
But they don't ban you. They'll drop
He
you.
told me
the
you
next
got
time.
my guy Al Centro, my guy. He's like, bro, you keep cursing, they're gonna ban
Well,
you.
if you keep doing it, yeah, they'll
I
definitely.
can't help it sometimes,
Oh man.
Particularly they were talking about the Lakers. I'm like, the fucking Lakers.
Right. I actually cursed one time during Sal's show on the overnight, and he was like, he was like, yo, I had to dump you, man. I was like, yeah, I get it, bro. I get it. He was like, even though we trust you, you cursed. We had to dump you. I'm
The
like,
FCC,
you could have
man,
just you could have just bleeped me and kept me going. But nah, man, I don't have no private number. I don't text Sal like, yo, put me through or nothing like that. I did that one time because I was in a real hurry, and I'm like, yo, dude. Oh, shout out to Lindor at the Knicks game doing
nice.
jersey exchange with Bridges. Dope. And bro, that day I text Sal that, and he blows me up on the air like, oh, here's Hector who I'm like, this freaking guy, man. So never again.
He blew you up. Oh, that's hilarious.
Never again.
You gotta expect it though, right?
Yep. Appreciate that, Ortiz. Appreciate that.
So yeah, I just want to win series, man. I don't expect to win 110 games. No. Just get me through the season, get me healthy, show me consistency. Because that's what I need. I need consistency. Game in and game out. I need that shit.
I was gonna say
I've been better.
So yeah, tonight you've been great. Who the hell was it? I told you, right? Who the heck was it? I think it was Ethan. No. Yeah, I think it was Ethan or somebody who I told you I was in another show just watching, and I commented, and he was like, yo, Hector, what's up with Eddie and all them F-bombs? I'm like, oh, come on, man. Let's be easy, man.
It's all in the past. It depends, Sometimes you'll get me after a loss, and I'm like, F this, F that. And, it is what it is.
Right.
I don't apologize for it. I don't apologize.
But now, man, let's get out of here. Then, like Eddie said, man, let's go out there 1, 2 out of 3 this week. Let's keep handling the business.
We got no Contra, so.
No, but listen, you win the first 2, and then
win
you
the first one. Heck,
let me see something. When Stan did put up a good number up here in what he said, let me see if I can find it again. No, when he said win 2 out, there it goes. When he said win 2 out of 3, translate to a season record of 108 and 54.
There you go.
That'll be sufficient. I think that'll be more than sufficient. That would tie our franchise
Yeah, that's
record.
86.
Right. That would
Yeah.
tie. So
We have like 3 100 like win seasons in our history. I think 3 or 4. Not much.
right. No, so let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Eddie, as always, man, it's been fun. It's been great. It's been real.
Of course, bro.
Appreciate you, brother. What do we got? I think it's Thursday, right? Thursday's the next day off.
Thursday's the next one. Yep.
So yeah, like ladies and gentlemen, like we always say, any off day you can expect to see us. And obviously today, Sunday night, we figure we got to do something. So we're here.
Yeah, we'll bang one out.
And I think we were talking behind the scenes, and because I can't remember, it was a couple of days ago. We had it planned out as to when you're gonna see us. But look for us for sure this Thursday coming up.
We're trying Sunday and Thursdays. We're trying, but we're going to give you as much talk as we can. We're going to try to get up here and here as many as we can and just get it together because you do your blunt thoughts and I do my Knicks stuff. So, but we want to keep the Mets stuff consistent for you guys so you guys can show up. You know what to expect with us. We got the chats lit with you guys. And, we appreciate all you guys. Just know that. We appreciate all you guys and girls. We appreciate you guys.
Especially the females.
Yeah, of course.
Especially the females. It's good to hear from the females. And sometimes the females don't feel comfortable. Right?
No.
They don't feel comfortable making comments. So I appreciate Cindy and Patty and Lisa. And I need Lisa to get more involved too. I need to hear your opinions, Lisa. Not only that you hate Adavino. No, I'm kidding. But no, man, like Eddie said, shout out to all you guys, man. All you guys in the chat. Appreciate you, Stone. Appreciate you. Just because I just saw that there. Shout out to all you guys in the chat. Shout out to everybody watching. I can't really see right now how many people, but just more than enough. And again, we appreciate you. But let's go out there and get these 2 out of 3 this against Miami. And then we have the day off and we go out to like we said, Sacramento. Yep. Anything else, Eddie?
No, that's it, man. Thank you. And God bless you, brother, bro. God bless you, brother.
And I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Well, you guys already know. LFGM, baby. Peace.